Hello. Later this month, my daughter and I are going to an event in Phoenix with some friends of ours. It's a Alice in Wonderland Escape Room Experience, which they encourage you to wear costumes if you want to, and of course we are going to wear costumes, definitely. So for the past almost 2 months now, I've been working on primarily my daughter's costume. She will of course be the Queen of Hearts, hence the video title. I'll talk about my costume later. And it's taking me a while. I mean, the truth is, it's almost a week before Thanksgiving. Plus, there was Halloween to deal with and work and stuff like that. So, yeah, it has taken me a while. And did I mention it's the Saturday after Thanksgiving and I still haven't finished my costume yet? But enough about my lack of organization and my time management issues. Let's get to making the costume. Yeah, let's get to the costume. So here's the pattern I'll be using. It's actually 3 different pieces. It's a top, a skirt, and a coat. And I got this tablecloth from Goodwill for $1 that I thought would be perfect for the coat. The only problem is it has this really beautiful embroidery on the border, which we won't be able to use for the costume, which is such a shame because it's gorgeous. And then I also bought this bed sheet for only $1 at Goodwill, sort of a satiny type material, and so it will work well for the lining for the coat as well as the outer fabric for the top. Yeah, like I said, they were both just $1 each, so yay. So that'll be good for the top. And because I just love making things more difficult for myself, I went ahead and traced the patterns onto tissue paper instead of cutting them out, because why not? Anyway, let's get started.
Are you sure?
Why are there so many pieces? Yeah, let's combine this.
Okay.
I'm shortening the back of the coat because it's just too long to work with this material.
Okay.
I was starting to worry it might be too long to begin with anyway, so...
Okay. Just do it.
Just not entirely sure how what I'm doing here.
Want a pattern up to me or something?
No?
Okay.
It's more about getting the right shape.
Wait.
Cut out from the back. Is that going to ruin how the front looks?
I can't tell if this is the one because I didn't close that close
I'm
to
just
the
going to
lines.
eyeball it, okay?
Okay.
How much do I need to take off to get it fit here?
You can take some out.
I'm thinking...
I'm trying to put all the things together on the fabric like puzzles right now to figure out how to do everything. We're probably gonna be best.
It's more of, I wanted to line up well with the front. But like,
You have a lot of editing to do.
yes.
Yeah. This is sad.
This is what part of this? Is that what it is?
I am confused.
Me too, because I'm looking at this and I'm like, how do these pieces come together in the first place? I need to know that before I know.
Do you have to make the coat first?
Yes.
Why? It's the hardest?
Yes.
Okay, I get it. Get the hard stuff out of the way first. Don't schools teach you to get the easy stuff out of the way first and then hard?
That's different. Oh, it's just supposed to fit together.
Can I say? 2. Delete bold by hitting down
Oh, duh. Dots. Okay, now I've got it. This should line up over here. Yeah, see what I mean?
Does that have to be right there, or?
No, I'm lining up the
Okay.
bottom of the
Because that
code
bugs me.
to
Like,
try to get a rough idea about how short to make it where it's still look right.
because it bugs me.
Okay, so here we look. Ah, I hacked it. Yes, it is. Can you move that away so I can actually pin it back down? And I can't really do it diagonally because it needs to go this way. Okay. You think it'll matter, Chetwood?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing it diagonally. I don't care. I'm not going to line up with the grain of the fabric. I don't care at this point. Beginning.
I have the urge to do shadow puppets.
Don't you dare. Okay, we're getting some grains. I think I started this too late.
So we're done?
Yeah, but we're finishing it tomorrow.
What's tomorrow?
Friday.
Okay.
So recap, what do we need to do?
I don't know.
So we cut out most of the pieces from this material, except for a few things. Also realize we never cut out the sleeves, and now there's definitely not enough material, so it's going to be sleeveless.
I already know this.
Okay, fine. So we're going to finish cutting those out, and then hopefully we cut the lining pieces, and if we have enough time, cut out the pieces from the interfacing that we're going to need.
Get to work.
Yes.
That's the last of the coat pieces. Now we're ready to start sewing. So I'm working on the back of the coat, and I need to add little loops to lace it up in the back. And instead of sewing up the loops, I'm just going to take the easy route and use ribbon. So I need to cut these into, it's about 12 loops at about 2.5 inches each, or thereabouts. that's the outer part of the coat. Now I just need to get started with the lining, sew that in place. So let's get started. We interrupt your regularly scheduled sewing project to bring you a message from my sister.
Hey! Look at my plants, you two!
So the lining's looking pretty good. Now I'm just going to, well, sew it in and then call it a day because frankly I'm getting hungry. So, yeah, see you tomorrow. And here it is, all sewed together. As you can see, I sewed in the buttons already. And the buttonholes, yeah, I forgot to mention I was going to do that. And here's the pockets I messed up on. But they look pretty nice considering. Yeah, I mean, I'm rather proud of this. Oh, see the back though. Yeah, the ribbon looks pretty good, I think. I went with black ribbon because my daughter thought that the costume needed more black for some reason. Even though it's Queen of Hearts and you would think red would be more appropriate, but I don't know, it looks kind of nice. And now I need to get started on the collar. So first I'm going to trace the outline of the neckline onto a piece of tissue paper. From there I can make a sort of template or whatever to cut out of iron-on interfacing, which I intend to iron onto a piece of the lining type material. And then we'll go from there. So now I'm cutting it out. Glue over the edges down. And now attach playing cards. And now trim off the excess. And now attach this ribbon on the inner edge. And in case you were wondering what my daughter and I have been talking about this whole time, while making this, here's a little taste of our conversation.
I still feel like that would be funny, like opening the door for like trick-or-treaters and I'm like in character as the Queen of Hearts and making the kids laugh like crazy. And like attempting to do a magic trick. That'd be funny.
I suppose.
And probably like really memorable for the kids. Like, this person's weird. But they gave us candy, so it's fine.
And it is done. Now I'm going to cut out the pieces for the bustier. Or top, whatever. It seems weird to call it a bustier when it's going to be on my teenage daughter, though. So. Anyway, let's lay out the pattern pieces. Now they're all cut out, and I just need to repeat for both the lining and the interfacing. And then we'll be ready to sew it together. So as you can see, I went ahead and cut out everything and ironed the interfacing onto the pattern pieces. Yeah, I figured you wouldn't want to see all the boring stuff, so let's get started sewing. Okay, I'll be the first to admit I did have a little trouble trying to remember what piece goes where, because frankly the instructions were a little confusing, but it seems to be worked okay. And now I need to iron the seam allowances flat so that I can get started sewing the boning in place. Now for the poor man's ironing board. And since I'm sure you don't want to watch me burn myself, yeah, I'll see you in a little bit. Three burnt fingers later, and we're all finished with that part. Get this stuff out of the way. Okay, so now I need to sew in the boning channels. But the thing is, this is actually the first time I've ever sewn boning into anything, so keep that in mind. wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. It's pretty good. Honestly, I'm getting hungry and tired, so I think I'll call it a day. I'm back, and now we're gonna get ready to do the skirts. So, here's the fabric I tend to use. It's another bed sheet from Dollar Tree that I bought for $1. This is a really pretty little border that unfortunately we won't use for this, but you know, you might see it later in another video. Now to sew everything together. The skirt consists on, it's actually 3 panels cut from the same pattern. And now I'm going to sew them together. Okay. Skirt panels are done. Now I'm sewing the yoke. And now I do attach the waistband. This all looks really complicated, but it's actually much easier than I thought it would be. For the most part, this is pretty much done. I still need to sew the zipper in, of course, and it needs a little hook in the back. And I thought I'd do some pretty applique or something on the bottom of the skirt, but you're gonna have to wait and see what that in a little bit. And here we are, all finished. And nevermore has it been more apparent that I really need to get a dress form. Or maybe make one. Although in the meantime, the leaves look really nice, don't they? And let's go in for a close-up. Well, the costume's finished, and with any luck, you'll see this video by Thanksgiving, but I strongly doubt it, because, yeah, my editing skills leave much to be desired, and I am so busy right now. But anyway, subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be informed when part 2 comes out, where you see all the accessories, the crown, jewelry, and actually I want to do something special for a sort of petticoat, but I mean, I'm not going to give away what I'm going to do for that yet. And in case you're wondering what costume I'm going to be wearing for this event, the dormouse. It might not be the most
exciting character from Alice in Wonderland, but frankly, it's really underdone most of the time. I figure, so why not give it a shot, right? So anyway, thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye!